Hello and welcome to a Word Power Nugget, an outreach of Agape Word Online and Jerry Williams Ministries. I'm Jerry Williams, and today our nugget comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, verses 1 through 4. I'm reading to you out of the New King James Version of the Bible. Then the Pharisees and Sadducees came and tested him, asked that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said to them, "When it is evening, you say, 'It will be fair weather, for the sky is red.' And in the morning, 'It will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and threatening.' Hypocrites! You know how to discern the face of the sky, but you cannot discern the signs of the times. A wicked and adulterous generation seeks after a sign, and no sign shall be given to it except the sign of the prophet Jonah. And he left them and departed." I want to talk about praying for a sign. The Pharisees and Sadducees were Jewish religious leaders of different denominations, if you will, and their views were diametrically opposed on many issues. For example, the Pharisees, they followed their religious rules and traditions, believing that this was the way to God. But they also believed in the authority of all Scripture and in the resurrection of the dead. Now, on the other hand, the Sadducees accepted only the books of Moses as true Scripture. They did not believe in life after death. In other words, they did not believe in the resurrection. However, when it came to Jesus, these two groups found a common enemy. They joined forces to try to kill him. They demanded of Jesus a sign from heaven. Although Jesus could have easily impressed them, but he refused. Jesus knew that a miracle in the sky would not convince them that he was the Messiah. They had already decided not to believe in him. Beloved, many people, like these Jewish leaders, they say they want to see a sign so they can believe. But as Jesus knew, miracles never convince the skeptical. Let me say it again. Miracles never convince the skeptical. Praying for a sign to believe something that God has said or something God has already done is just pure unbelief. Jesus had already been healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out devils, feeding thousands of hungry people. And still, these Jews wanted Jesus to prove himself to them. Do you doubt God and his word because you haven't seen a miracle? Because you haven't seen a sign? Do you expect God to prove himself to you personally before you believe? Beloved, praying for a sign is praying a futile, worthless prayer. It's praying a prayer in unbelief. Jesus said in the Gospel of John, the 20th chapter, verse 29, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." If you simply step out in faith and believe, you will begin to see miracles that God can do in your life too. No need to pray for a sign. Well, that's our nugget for today, beloved. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to visit our website, agapeword.net. And if these nuggets are being a blessing to you, leave me a note at jerrywilliams@agapeword.net. Have a blessed day and have faith in God.